For now, in South Asia, cricket has been used for diplomacy and has been used as a tool for political point scoring, almost in equal measure. However, once the first ball is fouled, everything else besides talent goes silent. This past weekend, cricket fans across the world saw what is always termed as cricket's hottest fixture. Yes, we're talking about Pakistan versus India at the ICC T20 World Cup. It was a match that almost didn't happen, and when it did, some supporters wished it hadn't as soon as it became clear that the match was lopsided. South Asians took the battle from the field to social media, and that's where the meme wars began. Before a single ball was even introduced into the field, this India-Pakistan clash in the ICC Men's T20 World Cup was already carrying more weight than cricket itself. Political commentary, debates about boycotts, television panels, obviously, they say it's more than a match as Pakistan's wickets fell across Indian cities, in restaurants, cafes, and at watch parties. The roar of crowds was loud on social media. The mood wasn't shock, it was more validation as India obviously routed Pakistan's. People forgot what happened, and it led up to this situation and put the weight of their expectations and, for many, even prayers behind the players wearing their colors. Online cricket communities forced less on rivalry slogans and more on match mechanics. For many Indian supporters, this wasn't just a win. It was proof of a system working exactly as designed. In Pakistan, the reaction unfolded very differently. While the first innings set the bar of expectations right, the battling lineup raised it to the ground, and people obviously dealing with silent television, switching off, early watch, and the situation going a little awry, thinning as wickets tumbled online. Frustration appeared within minutes. Fans obviously questioned battling order, choices, sound, balance, decision-making under pressure. But alongside criticism came something equally as familiar in Pakistan's cricket culture. Humor, memes spread quickly, self-effacing jokes, nostalgic comparisons, of course, to past teams' disappointment mixed with resilience even formed the former players jumped into this situation. The match was critiqued, like I said, not only on social media, but the post-match criticism speaking to Indian media itself. The leadership structure of the whole situation questioned the Pakistan board that he argued that the PCB chairman also had a certain situation, this added to the structural decisions and just a lot of confusion alongside everything. Players were expected certain results, obviously, from both sides. Analysts say the speed of the shift tells us its own story despite the political tension that is always present, that always surrounds India and Pakistan matches. Fans' reactions followed a familiar tone, a familiar sporting pattern, and of course, the celebration and statistical face of it all is also an introspection and tactical debate on this situation. But to get more into the subject, we have our guest that's going to tell us a little bit more about the situation, Robert Masih Nahar. He is a board member of the Catalan Cricket Federation, joining us from Barcelona. Thank you so much for joining us today. Can you put into perspective the current situation?
Thank you very much for having me on your show.
Thank you.
First of all, I'm not member of the Catalan Cricket Board. I'm the founder of the Catalan Cricket Board.
Thank you for clarifying that.
First,
yes.
Thank you very much. So, well, let's go to India and Pakistan match.
Yes.
Let's say this match especially it was special. First of all, that India won. Second, because there was so much fuss about the match, as we saw that first Pakistan board decided to boycott the match. Of course, we need to understand that why they did that, but this again the political issue that you mentioned before.
Yeah.
They wanted to play off the ground politically, and finally they had to come to play, and we saw again a good match by India, and they won. And I'm sure many televisions were broken in Pakistan.
But why does cricket between India and Pakistan carry such weight beyond the sport itself?
Look, this match is always special. A match between India and Pakistan. This is the widely watched match in every tournament, every cricket tournament that we see. The match is not only played between 22 players who are on the ground. I mean, there are millions of people, hundreds of millions of people behind these matches, and their emotions are attached, and both the countries, emotionally are attached to let's say this emotionally lively match, which is joins the country, the whole country. So
Right.
we are talking about more than 106,600 millions peoples watching all together. So this is special match.
Absolutely. Do you think that cricket could ever be separated from politics in South Asia, or do you think that we'll continue to see this pattern?
Well, this is nothing new. We have seen this in past. I mean, many years ago, we have seen that there was a series been played in Canada only between India and Pakistan, which was a very good series, and because of the political things, that series stopped. Recently, we have seen in Champions Trophy, the after the tensions between India and Pakistan, that the tournament that we saw, and again now in this World Cup, this is nothing new, but this time it went bit beyond the earlier happenings. So I think finally what we see that whatever situations are politically motivated or because of the regional politics, every time they see that the sports and the game wins finally. So what we saw in yesterday.
Do you think it also has to do because of the presence of social media and then people resorting to memes to make it a bit more lighthearted? And do you think with that, do you think it affects, or do you think that it makes the tensions a bit feel more at ease, I suppose?
Well, it's always there, But I mean, emotions of the people are always there. I mean, of course, social media and the people's emotion have a lot to do with this. But again, what we see that whenever there are tensions, and we see that the international institutions like ICC, International Cricket Council, they have their rules and regulations, and they know how to handle this kind of tensions between different rivals. I mean, this is not first time that some country have decided not to play. I mean, in earlier previous years, we have seen England has done that, New Zealand has done that. So this is nothing new in this game.
I see. Now, could sport diplomacy realistically open doors where politics has failed? What do you think? What's your opinion on that?
No, I don't think so that politics has failed. But when you want to do the politics which has nothing to do with the real politics, what we saw with this boycott of Pakistan, this kind of politics, they have no place in neither in sports, neither in the real politics. So I think they should leave sport as sport, not drag into the politics.
Thank you so much. That was Robert Masih Nahar, founder of the Catalan Cricket Foundation. We thank you for your input. Thank you for putting into perspective this situation. We know it was a big deal on social media, so we wanted to get a little bit more insight. And we know that it's always an issue when it comes to India and Pakistan in the cricket world. Lots to talk about when it comes to that. But thank you to Robert Masih Nahar for putting everything into perspective.